Hi everyone, welcome back to Deep Dive Daily. Today we're tackling something we all want, something we all need, but something that can be just so elusive. I'm talking about sleep. We're going to break down how you can fall asleep in just 2 minutes. Yes, really.
You totally know this feeling, right? It's been a long, exhausting day. You've brushed your teeth, you've put on your comfiest pajamas, mine are Zelda-themed, obviously. You snuggle into bed, you turn off the lights, and then crickets. Nothing.
It is the most baffling thing. Just 10 seconds ago, you were about to pass out on your feet, and now your brain has decided it's the perfect time to be 100% awake. Your mind is racing, you start doing the mental math of how many hours are left until your alarm goes off, and the frustration just builds. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, you're in exactly the right place.
Okay, so first up, let's cover the basics. Think of this section as your Sleep Hygiene 101. These are 7 super quick tips that you can put into practice, like tonight, to really set the stage for an amazing night's sleep.
First on the list, turn down your thermostat. This is so cool, literally. For our bodies to even start the process of sleeping, our core temperature has to drop, and the sweet spot for that is right around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 18.3 Celsius. A cooler room is basically a green light for your body to power down.
All right, I know this sounds completely backwards, but stick with me here. When you take a hot shower or bath, all this blood rushes to the surface of your skin. But the second you step out, all that heat just radiates away from your body, and your core temperature takes a nosedive. It's a brilliant little biological hack to trigger that sleepy feeling. Okay, this one is huge. You have to stop looking at the clock. Constantly checking the time and calculating how much sleep you're losing just skyrockets your stress levels. And, you guessed it, keeps you awake. It's a total trap. The fix is so simple. Just turn your clock around or hide it. Out of sight, out of mind. For real.
You know, it's also about what we don't do. So next up are a few things to avoid. Caffeine, for instance, can take up to 8 hours, 8, to wear off. So that 3 p.m. coffee could be the very thing keeping you up. Nicotine is also a stimulant, and chowing down on a huge meal right before bed can really mess with your system. Just try to cut these out a few hours before you plan to hit the hay.
When it comes to exercise and naps, timing is absolutely everything. Yeah, you want to be physically tired, but a big workout within 2 or 3 hours of bedtime can actually have the opposite effect and energize you. Same deal with naps. They're amazing, but try to keep them before 3 p.m. or you might pay for it later that night.
We have to send our brains a clear signal that the day is officially over. You can't just go from 100 miles an hour to a dead stop. A relaxing little ritual, like reading an actual book for an hour, helps you wind down and creates a buffer between the stress of your day and your time to rest.
And finally, light is basically your body's master clock. Getting at least 30 minutes of natural sunlight during the day, and then, this is important, minimizing bright lights at night helps set your body's internal schedule. Yep, that includes your phone. This tells your body to produce melatonin at exactly the right time.
All right, now for the part you've all been waiting for. This is the real game changer. This is a technique that was reportedly used by the U.S. Navy to get their pilots to fall asleep in under 2 minutes, even in super high-stress situations.
Because let's be real, sometimes you can do everything right, and you're still just lying there staring at the ceiling. In fact, maybe you're watching this in bed right now, scrolling for a solution. It's okay, I won't tell. This next part is especially for you.
So what's so special about this technique? Well, it's got serious credibility. It was developed for fighter pilots who absolutely could not afford to make mistakes from being tired. It was designed to help them fall asleep anywhere, even sitting upright. And get this, after 6 weeks of practice, it had a reported 96% success rate. That's insane. Okay, let's walk through this together nice and slow. First, focus on your face. Unclench your jaw, relax your tongue, let go of all those tiny muscles around your eyes. Just let everything go soft. Good. Now drop your shoulders as low as they can possibly go. Feel that tension just melt away, down your arms, through your hands, and right out of your fingertips. Now take a deep breath out and relax your chest. Then let that feeling of relaxation just wash all the way down to your legs, your calves, and finally your feet. So once your body is totally limp and relaxed, you've got one more job: clear your mind. For just 10 seconds, try to picture a really calm scene. Maybe you're lying in a hammock on a warm, breezy day. If other thoughts keep barging in, just repeat this phrase over and over in your head. Don't think, don't think, don't think. The key here really is practice. It gets easier, I promise.
Now, if you only take one single thing away from this entire explainer, please let it be this next tip.
This is widely considered the single most important habit for getting effortless sleep.
That's it. Wake up at the same time every single day. And yes, I mean on weekends too. I know it's tough, but our bodies are absolute creatures of habit. Consistency sets that internal clock so perfectly that falling asleep just becomes second nature. It's truly the most powerful tool you have.
But hey, what about those nights when, after everything, sleep just refuses to show up? Don't just lie there and torture yourself. There's one last thing you should do.
Get up. Lying in bed awake for a long time actually creates this really unhelpful mental link between your bed and feeling anxious. You gotta break that connection. So get out of bed, go to another room, and do something kind of quiet and boring, like reading a user manual, until you feel genuinely sleepy again. Then and only then you go back to bed.
So there you have it, a cool room, a relaxed body, and a consistent schedule. You have the tools now. But this is about more than just falling asleep faster. It's about finally winning the night so you can win your day. Just think, what could you do if you started every morning feeling truly rested?
Hit that like button if you enjoyed this, share it around, and subscribe for more. Drop a comment below with your views. See you tomorrow at the same time.